Clovis has received a grant to help with animal services.
And we're tracking some warm temps. Find out my first weather forecast.
And we take you to the late night at Loy event. All of that and more right now.
This is News 3 New Mexico, your local source for news, sports, and first weather.
Welcome back to News 3 New Mexico. I'm Corbin Shaner.
And I'm Lyndon Caro. Thank you so much for watching.
On Saturday, November 8th, at approximately 9:11 p.m., the Chaves County Sheriff's deputies were called out to aid the Roswell Police Department at the 4700 block of West Jefferson after reports came in of a kidnapping suspect who was holding two females at gunpoint inside of a residence. The hostage situation lasted almost 4 hours until the suspects surrendered peacefully around 12:40 a.m., November 9th. The Chaves County Sheriff's Office remained on scene to aid the Roswell Police Department as they began their investigation and executed search warrants. The incident was contained entirely to the residence where the event took place. There are no more updates at this time, but we will keep you updated as more information comes out. On November 9th at 11:30 a.m., once again in Chaves County, the New Mexico State Police proactively responded to a violent domestic incident after scanning through neighborhood agency radio traffic. Officers came upon a 911 call from a woman claiming that her ex-boyfriend was attempting to kill her and had pulled a knife. During said call, the suspect could be heard threatening to kill the woman and yelling at her for calling law enforcement. The phone was quickly tracked and was found to be traveling north on U.S. Highway 70. NMSP officers quickly found the vehicle on an on-off road and conducted a high-risk stop. The suspect, Otis Ray Cloud, age 59, was taken into custody without further incident, and the female was brought to safety by NMSP officers. Cloud was arrested and now faces charges of kidnapping, aggravated battery on a household member, interference with communications, intimidation of a witness, and driving while intoxicated.
The newly built Hongqi Bridge partially collapsed in southwest China on Tuesday. The suspected reason for this incident was that a landslide that caused the bridge to fracture and collapse. Fortunately, there were no reported casualties from the incident. The day before the partial collapse happened, it was reported that the bridge showed signs of deformation, including cracks throughout the road. Times Now reported that the bridge's construction was a part of a broader government push to improve connectivity and spur economic growth across western China's rugged terrain. The bridge was intended to serve as a symbol for the country's infrastructure ambitions after another bridge had collapsed in July of 2024. That resulted in the death of 11 people. There is currently no timeline on when the bridge will reopen.
The City of Clovis, alongside the Clovis PD and Clovis Animal Control, has announced a new grant-funded initiative that aims to increase animal welfare, reduce euthanasia numbers, and find more forever homes for animals within the community. Clovis has received $47,500 to be used for decreasing of disease and overpopulation among stray cats and dogs within city limits, and reduce the number of stray and euthanized animals as well. Beginning in November, the grant will allow the Clovis Animal Shelter to provide reduced adoption fees and lower the fees required for spay, neutering, microchipping, and animal vaccinations. A portion of the grant will also go toward better training for Clovis Animal Control officers and kennel staff to ensure high-quality animal care. To celebrate the grant award, the Clovis Animal Shelter will be hosting a special adoptions event at the 2203 East Brady Shelter on November 22nd and December 20th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Well, it was sure a toasty afternoon here in Portales.
Yeah, it sure was, but the nights are freezing these days.
Yeah, you really have to wear like 5 blankets.
Speaking of blankets and freezing temps, let's take a look at our current temperatures right now. We're seeing a current temp of 72 in Roswell, New Mexico. Here in Portales, we're seeing 64 currently. Clovis has 61. Hobbs, New Mexico at 72, and good old Lubbock, Texas at 66. As we take a look at our radar, we're seeing no precipitation in the air, just a little bit of cloud cover around the Texas-New Mexico border moving towards the east. As we take a look tonight here in Portales, we're going to see a low of 40, mostly clear skies, winds out of the south, southwest at 4 miles per hour. I'll have more of my full weather forecast about tonight's lows. Back to you, London.
Thanks, Jaden. The United States is stopping production of the penny, with the Philadelphia Mint striking the last batch of the 1-cent coins tomorrow after 230 years of production. The coins will remain in circulation, but the phase out has already prompted some businesses to start adjusting their prices. These copper-plated zinc coins cost the U.S. nearly 4 cents to make. The government says that the move will save the country money. The Treasury Department says that the decision to end production of the penny will save around $56 million a year. With an estimated 300 billion coins remaining in circulation, the Treasury Department says that the amount will far exceed the amount needed for commerce, especially because the rise of electronic transactions, making the 1-cent coins increasingly moot.
Fall is the time of year for many delicious treats, including pumpkin pie, apple cider donuts, and a popular one, the caramel apple. And if you're craving one, ASAB has the perfect event for you. They invite you to come to their pop-up event in the Campus Union Building lobby on November 18th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. There will be lots of toppings to choose from, so if you're a fan of this fall treat, come de-stress and enjoy this sweet and sticky goodness with all your favorite fixings.
Christmas is right around the corner, and what better way to kick off the season than the Holiday Bazaar, a Clovis tradition. This fun event is this Saturday, November 15th and November 16th. Saturday, it starts at 10 a.m. and ends at 4, while on Sunday, 11 a.m. and ends at 4 as well. The event will have over 70 vendors offering crafts, decor, jewelry, gifts, and baked goods, and more. They will have festive music, food, and lots of Christmas spirit. Not only is this event such a special tradition, but it's completely free for all ages. It will be located in the Clovis Civic Center on Sheps Boulevard. Come on out and get ready to kick off the Christmas season and spread Christmas joy.
Today's News 3 Pet of the Day comes from our very own Caitlin Cook. This is Athena. She is a little over 1 year old. She was found at a campground when she was 5 weeks old and has been quite the bratty kitty cat ever since. She loves to play with her toys and spending time with her siblings, Dionysus, the ball python, and Hypnos, the bearded dragon lizard.
If you would like a chance to have your pet on News 3, send some photos of them to news3nm@enmu.edu, along with their name, age, and something you love about them.
Coming back to the break, Jaden will have his full weather report for you.
But first, let's take a look at today's financial market.
Welcome back. I'm Jaden Phillips. Let's take a look at today's radar for the U.S. You're going to see a lot of rain, especially in the West Coast, just kind of moving up north, especially up in the Portland and San Francisco area, and then a little bit of rain in the Toronto area. Here in New Mexico, though, we're seeing clear skies throughout most of the state, some partly cloudy skies. You might have a pop-up shower here in the northern mountains, here and there, but other than that, here in the eastern plains, no rain, just cloud cover, just kind of moving towards the panhandle of Texas in our future forecast. So chances of rain have gone down since last week, so no rain. Let's take a look at current temperatures. We're seeing 71 in Albuquerque, 61 in Santa Fe. Up in Raton, 55. Santa Rosa's at 68 right now. Here in Patas, we're seeing a current temperature of 64. Roswell's going to be at 72. Lubbock, Texas at 66. And then Clovis, New Mexico is at 61 currently. As we take a look at the next 3 hours here in Patas, we're going to see at 6 p.m. tonight, we're going to have a temperature of 61, clear skies. And then at 7 p.m., 57. 8 p.m. tonight is going to have a temperature of 53 with clear skies. Perfect temperatures for those northern lights that are supposed to be popping up on the horizon tonight. As we take a look at our current wind speeds, we're going to see no gust. Tonight's lows, we're going to see 37 in Santa Fe, 41 in Albuquerque, up in Farmington, 35. Gallup at 27. TRC is going to be at 47. Rio Doso is also going to be at 47. Roswell is going to have a low temperature of 41 tonight. Here in Patas, we're going to see 44. Clovis also at 44. Tucumcari is going to be at 40. Up in the Panhandle of Texas, and Amarillo is going to be at 43. Lubbock, Texas is going to be at 44 tonight. As we take a look at tomorrow here in Patas, we're going to see a high of 81 with mostly sunny skies. Winds are going to be out of the west at 9 miles per hour tomorrow. As we take a look at tomorrow's highs, you're going to see 71 in Albuquerque tomorrow, 66 in Santa Fe. Santa Rosa is going to be at 80. Up in Farmington, you're going to have 68, and so is Gallup. Here in the Eastern Plains, though, we're going to see 81 as a high in Portales, 79 in Clovis, 80 in Tucumcari, 80 also in Amarillo. Lubbock, Texas is going to be at 86, and then Roswell, New Mexico is going to be at 82 tomorrow. As we take a look at tomorrow night's lows, you're going to see those cooler temperatures, especially up in the north. You're going to see 29 in Gallup, 35 in Farmington. Raton's going to be at 34, 46 in Clayton. Santa Fe is going to be at 37 tomorrow night. 41 in Albuquerque. Here in Portales, we're going to have a low tomorrow of 40, and then Clovis is going to be at 41. Amarillo at 43 tomorrow night, and Midland, Texas is going to be at 49 tomorrow night. As we take a look at our 7-day forecast, we're going to see Tucumcari is going to have a toasty weekend with 80s and then high 70s. Lows are going to be in the 40s, and then next week you're going to have 60s with windy conditions and mostly clear, cloudy skies. As we take a look at Carlsbad, it's also going to be a toasty weekend. You're going to see 85 tomorrow, 86 on Friday, 86 on Saturday, 84 on Sunday, and then 70s next week with a high 68 on next Wednesday. As we take a look at Roswell, about the same story. It's going to be 80s throughout the weekend and then 70s throughout most of the weekday next week, and then 64 Wednesday with lows all in the 40s. As we take a look here in Portales, same situation. You're going to have 80s throughout most of the weekend. 78 it's going to be Sunday, 78 Sunday with 40s as lows. Next week we're going to have windy conditions with 71 on Monday, the low of 49. And then next Tuesday, Wednesday, cloudy skies with 60s as the highs. So it's going to be a pretty warm weekend, but it kind of dips down a little bit next week towards the weekday.
Yeah, I can't wait for it to be cool day and night.
Yes, for sure. Jasmine will have her full sports report after the break.
Welcome back to News 3 New Mexico. I'm Jasmine Simpson. NFL Monday brought a huge letdown. Philadelphia Eagles and Green Bay Packers faced off in Wisconsin. It was a scoreless first half. This has only happened 2 other times, in 2023 with the Vikings and the Raiders game, and 16 years ago in Ravens and the Browns. In the present, Eagles scored in the third and had a successful a touchdown in the fourth. and added an extra point, making it 10-0. Packers responded with 5 minutes remaining and had an extra point. Eagles took the win with a 10-7. Serving into women's volleyball, despite the streak of losses, most recently against St. Edwards, Greyhounds have been putting on serious stats. Outside hitter Sofia Valdez is ranked 4th in the Lone Star Conference with 329 kills. Valdez was previously named Offensive Player of the Week in September. Senior Amani Brown defensively is leading the team in digs with 400 in total. The Hounds are headed to Oklahoma to play Oklahoma Christian at 5 p.m. Bouncing to basketball, Greyhound women's basketball gets started on Friday when they travel to Colorado to take on the Ringgold Rangers in Denver. The Hounds are coming off one of the best seasons they have had, included in a trip to the NCAA Division II tournament. The Hounds had their first tournament win with a 56-52 win over Colorado Musta. The Hounds finished with the season with 21-10 record with the 15 Lone Star Conference wins. While the Hounds had a great season, the Hounds are wanting to avenge some losses to make the most notable against conference rival Lubbock Christian. The Hounds will be on the road to take on Oklahoma, and Kansas before they play at home on December 1st when they take on Southwest Oklahoma. The Hounds are looking to avenge last year's 81-59 loss to the Bulldogs. The Hounds have met the Bulldogs 12 times, with the Dogs having an 8-4 edge over the Hounds. Game time is at 6 p.m. at the Steve Loy Foundation Arena. A couple moons ago, I speedily mentioned Late Night at the Steve Loy, hosted by men's and women's basketball at Steve Loy Arena. I had the opportunity to be there and witness the awesomeness that is our Greyhound basketball. The challenge was a half-court shot. There were 8 participants, all that hit 8 air balls. This is just one of the many competitions that took place at Late Night at the Steve Loy. The previous one was community-led, involving Halloween costumes, a costume contest that featured a plethora of costumes. However, the players made their selections of who should be in the contest. The chosen ones were Baby Oompa Loompa, Guy Fieri, and Ballerina and Music Box. The winner was chosen based on the crowd loudliness. Baby Oompa Loompa took the win. Talk about a head start in the college fund, as there is a cash prize. Adorably, the women's basketball team celebrated the win. Late Night at the Loy was players warming up, and soon after, introductions by head coach Evan Bowe and women's head coach Blake Huber. The players had stellar chemistry as they talked and had a great time. To follow the electric introduction was a 3-point contest. The rules are simple. 1 rebounder to the shooter, and in order to move on to the next spot, the ball had to make it in the basket. First round was men versus women. The second round was Team USA versus Team Europe. Team Europe won. To end the night was highly anticipated dunk contest. Participants had 3 attempts to show off their skills. The dunks were then rated by a panel of judges, rating the dunks from 1 to 10. The crowd and teammates reacting with their minds blown. This has been News 3 New Mexico, Jasmine Simpson, dribbling out. Basketball season starts this Friday and Saturday. Be sure to support our Greyhounds here at home at 7 p.m. at the Steve Loy Family Foundation Arena. That's all for me. Stay tuned for Corbin after the break.
Welcome back. Tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday, Eastern will put on the play This Girl Laughs, This Girl Cries, and This Girl Does Nothing. Written by Finnegan Kruckmeyer and directed by Clara Cundon, it tells the tale of three young sisters who are left in a forest by their woodcutter father and are forced to find their own way in the world. From this fairy tale beginning, three resolutions are made. The first sister walks in a direction to find purpose, the second sister walks in another direction to find adventure, and the third stays right there where she is to create a home. Each performance starts at 7 p.m. and runs till 8 p.m. General admission is $10, but EWU students get in free with their ID. For senior citizens, admission is $7, and active military tickets are $7. Season tickets are available for $28. Tickets are available at www.enmu.edu/theaterlive. The ASAB Swag Station and Tailgate is happening this Saturday, starting at 8 a.m. Gear up for an unforgettable pregame experience that's going to take your college spirit to the next level. Indulge with some tasty food and dance to some great live DJ music for free. Don't miss out on this incredible pregame celebration. Bring your friends and your ENMU spirit and get ready to cheer on our Hounds when they go head-to-head with A&M Kingsville.
Are you interested in sports broadcasting? Do you wonder how sporting events are streamed to tell the world? Well, you're in luck. If you want to be part of the production of sports broadcast, this event is for you. 6 students will have the opportunity to sit with the public announcer and the play-by-play announcer in the booth, rotate from various camera positions, learn from the director of the live stream, and more. The event is this Saturday from 11 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. at the Steve Lloyd Family Foundation Stadium. For more information about being part of this broadcast, email Lonnie Berry at lonnie.berry@enmu.edu or call him at 575-562-4045. This Thursday, November 13th, is the Music Department's Fall Jazz Concert from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. in Buchanan Hall. Under the direction of Dr. Richard Schwartz, the Eastern New Mexico Jazz Combos and Jazz Ensembles will perform a diverse array of works by various composers. This event is free and open to the public, so if you would like to indulge in a night of jazz, make sure you show out.
Join us after the break for one final look at the weather.
Make sure you stay tuned.
Welcome back. A volnado appears behind a 1,000-foot tall eruption.
And a Bluetooth speaker helps reunite an otter family on today's Take a Look at This.
Amazing video of 2 spectacular phenomena occurring side by side showcases the show-stopping power of nature. The video shows Hawaii's Mount Kilauea volcano spewing a massive fountain of lava, a reported 1,000 feet into the air, while right behind it, a tornado-like funnel of dust and ash is seen swirling into the sky. Called a volnado, the twister-like occurrence is caused by the contrast between the heated air near the lava and the cooler ambient air. The dramatic dual displays prove Mother Nature isn't just a mad scientist, but also a pretty fantastic entertainer. She also has a decent sense of humor. Just take a look at this big, goofy sea lion that made its way onto a rainy road in Washington state and then refused to budge, standing its ground in front of a police vehicle. Cosmopolis PD shared images of the blubbery big guy on social media, saying the surreal sight was definitely not on their bingo card for 2025. UPI reports the Department of Fish and Wildlife was informed, and rescuers were able to eventually coax the stubborn mammal back into a nearby river. But hey, Cosmopolis PD played their part too. They later updated their Facebook profile photo using Photoshop. So, job well done, everybody. Finally, take a look at an adorable reunion between a baby otter and its mother that unfolded on the California coastline. After the otter pup was found stranded on a Morro Bay beach, rescuers used recordings of its cries played on a Bluetooth speaker to locate its mother in the bay. Once the adult otter started following the boat, in went the pup, which was scooped up and floated home on its mother's stomach. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Well, I've heard of elk crossing, but not seal crossing.
Yeah. Hey, can we get one more look at the weather for the
Yes,
weekend?
as we take a look at Roswell for the weekend, we're going to see Roswell today hit a high of 78, and then tomorrow's going to be 80, and then 82 Friday. Here in Portales, we're going to see that we hit a high of 81 today. Tomorrow's going to be 84, and then Friday is going to be sunny and 85. So warm temps, cooler evenings.
Yeah, that's what I like about fall.
Me too.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. It's 40s, 30s, love it for the evenings, but 80s in the afternoon, nah.
Well, that's the news we have for you guys tonight.
Thank you so much for watching.